So I got into a new group. It was so unexpected and how quick I fell down this rabbit hole. Wasn't planning on it. Was just watching, videos. I went back to rewatch some old reactions to some of their songs because I've liked some of their title tracks that I've listened to in the past, but I never got into them personality wise. And this from the title, and if you're watching this, it's Nexz. They're under JYP or a sub-label under them. I'm not sure exactly what. It's under JYP, just in general, but I ended up just watching the short where they voted who they wanted their leader to be, and someone just stood out to me like never before, and I'm just like, I got attached to that member so quickly. It was kind of a similar thing of how attached I got to Gunnock from ZB1. It's a similar feeling to the group. So it got bad real fast, and as you can probably see, that member that I got attached to very quickly was Sogun, which of course all the members are Japanese besides him. So I'm sticking with my theme of not biasing foreign members of groups for some reason. But I got so attached to him in just that one video for like I said, no really reason in particular. But then I wanted to watch like more like shorts and reels and stuff of him on social media. And I started getting more into their music, and really the song that absolutely like solidified it was Summer, because I had heard Beatboxer before, and then I listened to Inchik when it came out, which is the current era they're in as of recording this, and then I listened to the older title tracks. I've not listened to all of like the B-sides and everything yet, because I'm gonna do it because I am planning on adding them to the album journal project, which I said GOT7 was the last one. I've said previously another group was the last one, but they're added to the group. They're added to the project, so look forward to that. But that won't be for a while. I might end up dispersing them in between GOT7 ones, so it's not just finishing all GOT7 and then starting them. But I'm not totally decided on that. But they will be coming, so I will be listening to the albums then. Like I said, this was kind of similar feeling how I got into ZB1. I got attached to one member, wanted to know all about them, fell in love with the group, and then wanted to collect them to a certain degree, which I'm also collecting this group to a similar degree. I have decided and set up for it. That's why I'm making the cover page for it currently. I'm going to be collecting an OT set from Beatboxer. I did kind of impulse purchase an album. I bought the Boxer version? The one that are not in the jackets. But I kind of wish I had bought the other version where they are in the jackets. So I'm gonna collect one OT set of either Beat or Boxer. It kind of depends on who I pull. If I end up pulling Sogun in the version I have, I will swap it to the other version. If I pull one of the expensive members in the album I have coming, I will just collect the version I have currently. Which I don't know, like, popularity of them particularly well. I know that the Hyung line is probably the most expensive, and then like Tomoya I know is the most like collected because he did so well on Game Changers and stuff, and he's just great in general. But I know Hyung line is the popular people, and then I don't know how like from there popularity wise. I am excited to collect them. Like I said, collect OT set of Beatboxer, and then I'm going to be collecting 3 cards per album for Sogun. I kind of had it planned where the middle card would be a unit card, and then the 2 cards on the sides are selfie cards. That doesn't work with Oh Really because they didn't have unit cards in the album themselves. There may have been unit cards, like special, like PCs and stuff, but I'm not doing that, so that's how I'm doing those. And then I am deciding to collect Japanese albums because it just felt like I wanted to for them, and I don't collect Japanese albums for any other group. So I am planning on collecting 2 cards per Japanese album. Besides the first 2, I'm collecting 4 cards for One Bite because I'm not collecting any cards for Keep Moving because I don't really care for those cards, and I really liked One Bite's concept, so I'm going to collect 4 for them. Hellmate, I'm planning on 2, but it might continue on as 4 depending on how the cards look, which Hellmate coming out soon as I'm recording this. And in those concepts, Hui with the dark hair looks amazing. Like, really, my line with in those look amazing. In general, they all do, but I'm also really loving those concepts. There's one, like the most plain concept. I'm hoping the photo cards aren't from that, because then I will just collect 2, maybe not even that. But I'm really hoping it's like the more like colorful ones and everything, because I love those. Like I said, Shogun is the bias. Possibility in this group to have a double bias / bias record. I usually don't have those. The only groups I have like a solidified bias record / second bias is ATs. So that's crazy that this is the second group that I have like a second favorite member, and the second favorite member would be Seita, which I was debating on collecting him as well. At some point I might do it to where I collect 1 card per album for them, and then a unit card. So if they have a unit card together, that's like perfect, which I know they do. In which Nalina, they have a unit card, I know. And I'm pretty sure in Beatboxer they do as well, because how I'm deciding like what unit cards to collect is very dependent. I'm not collecting all of them. If I pull one, that's the one I will keep. But there are certain ones that like I like better. I like the more selfie ones. So like the first one that he has with Seita is kind of like more of a far away one, those unit cards, so I would prefer the more close-up selfie ones. But that is the plan so far with them, with collecting. I also chose these pictures because they were kind of the easiest to get, like, that have been posted a lot of, and also that color blue jacket is like my favorite color, so it just, I just love that. And then also, I think I may mention this in I mentioned this in a different video that will come out later, but this glue stick, for some reason, I don't know if like the glue has gotten worse, but it just does not stick. Like, by the time I try to like stick stuff down, parts of it have already been dried and it doesn't like work as well. So I have like both my adhesives currently, my double-sided tape and this glue does not work well, which is really annoying when you do this a lot. But it didn't cause so much issues on this page or on this cover, but when I've been working my journal, it has caused a lot of issues.